Very good evening to all of you. So, yes, we are ready to start. So, yes, like, thank you so much. So, today we are supposed to cover that how to create a website. We are going to see how you can create a website, how you can create a free website using WordPress, and how you can, what you require to have a full-fledged functional website, and that how you can create a paid like self-hosted website, what is domain, what is hosting, what is WordPress, how to configure domain, how to configure hosting, how to install WordPress. So we are going to see all these things today in today's session. But before getting started with the today's sessions, I just want to revise yesterday's session. So any questions from yesterday's session? Do you guys any questions from yesterday's session? I think Kuldeep was not present yesterday, so not sure if he has seen the yesterday recording or not. But just to share with Kuldeep that yesterday we have discussed about all the what is digital marketing, what are the components of digital marketing, how you can make use of digital marketing, what is SEO, remarketing, paid advertisement, social media, email marketing. So we have discussed briefly about all these topics yesterday. So Kuldeep, if you get time, I would suggest you to go and see the recorded videos, so you will have a better idea. So but today's session has nothing to do with the yesterday's session. Even if you have missed the yesterday's session, today's sessions are independent. Even without the yesterday's session, you should be able to understand and practice today's session without any difficulty. So I hope you are going to enjoy the today's sessions. So do you have website? Any of you have existing website? Azim, Kuldeep, do you have existing website? Right now, do you have a website? Say yes if you have a website. You can share the domain name or URL of your website. If you don't have a website, you can just say, no, I don't have a website. Azim does not have a website. Yes, Kuldeep, you are muted because Kuldeep, in general, we start the session with the muted, like all the participants by default are in the muted way, because sometimes background noise disturb the session. So by default, you are in the muted one. But if you want me to unmute you, I can unmute you if required. Otherwise, you can just write your participations. You can just write your questions or answers, yes or no, in the question window. Right? So for as you are saying you want to be unmuted, I am unmuting you. But again, I will mute you so that we can continue the session without any disturbance, and there should not be a background noise to disturb the session, right? So I'm just unmuting you right now. So I have unmuted. I think you should be able to speak now, but I can't see that your speaker is on. So let's try if you can talk to us. Let's introduce yourself. What's your current profile? What you are doing right now, and what's your expectations from the session? What you want to learn? How you are going to use it? So very
Yeah,
briefly.
I'm Kuldeep
Yes.
Sharma. Actually, I'm working as a search engine analyst at Dot Squares company, and I have 4 year experience in SEO industry.
Very good. Very good. So from which location you have joined?
Hello, pardon, please.
From which city you have joined the session?
या
From
yesterday एक्चुअली मैंने मिस कर दिया था तो मैं अटेंड नहीं कर पाया बट जो रिकॉर्डेड सेशन है वो मैं जरूर देख लूंगा कल.
okay, no worries. You can see that in recorded session, but nothing. You are not going to yesterday session is not going to limit you to understand the today's session, right? So you can keep that thing in mind. कल के सेशन से आपको कोई डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं होने वाली. कल की सेशन इंडिपेंडेंट थी, आज की सेशन इंडिपेंडेंट है,
Okay,
राइट?
okay. Yes,
So
right.
I would like to know that from which location you have joined this session, from which city, from
Jaipur,
which
Jaipur location.
Jaipur. Okay, nice, nice. So okay, so you already have experience in SEO, search engine optimizations, right?
Yes.
Very good, very good. So, what is the objective? How you are going to apply this learning or this patience in your day-to-day activities? Are you going to apply it in your job, day-to-day job, or you are planning to start your own website or own business?
No, I'm not planning to my like on my business. I'm just applying this in my job. After then I will think that ki my own business and then all etc. Otherwise, I'm applying this only for it my job.
Okay, fine, nice, great.
Affiliated marketing, remarketing जो है उसके लिए मुझे थोड़ा सा चाहिए था knowledge. That's why I joined.
Okay, great, nice. So that session is going to happen in the latter stage. So initially today we are going to discuss WordPress website. Do you have experience in WordPress?
Yes, I have experience in WordPress, like SEO में yours plugin से like कैसे आप meta tags add करते हो and कैसे आप plugin से सारी चीजें manage करते हो तो so I know something that type of thing.
Okay, very nice, very nice. So Azim, do you have you heard about WordPress? I just want to know from the Azim. Azim, do you have idea what is WordPress, or have you heard about WordPress earlier? Azim, you can just say yes. I have a little bit of experience, or let me see if I can unmute you as well. Yes, Azim also have experience in WordPress. Fine. So if both of you have experience in WordPress, Pankaj has also joined us. So let me ask Pankaj that if he has experience in WordPress as well. Pankaj, do you have experience in WordPress? Azim has experience in WordPress. Kuldeep has experience in WordPress. So if Pankaj also has experience in WordPress, then we will go a little bit faster. We can cover a little bit of advanced level of WordPress. Otherwise, we will go in a systematic way. First, we will create free website, and then we will create the self-hosted website. Okay, I think I'm not sure if Pankaj is hearing me or not. I hope Pankaj can hear me. Okay, hi Pankaj, can you hear me? Yes, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your answers. So, do you have previous experience in WordPress? Have you heard about WordPress, or have you worked on the WordPress website? Okay, no, not yet. Pankaj's answer is not yet. So, no worries. Today we are going to discuss the WordPress. So, if you remember that the yesterday session we have discussed about three media, as a marketing professional, or as a digital marketer, you have to manage three mediums. So, what are the name of those three mediums? Anyone can give me the name of those three mediums?
Mm, which media?
So it's yesterday we have talked about you are going to manage three medium as a full-fledged digital marketer. Yes, Pankaj is saying that owned medium or owned presence means you must have your own website, or you can have your self-hosted blog. This is the example of owned medium. Earned medium means you are making your presence on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, G+. So you are not owning the medium. You are not paying to the medium, even you are making your presence on the medium. That is called earned medium. Very nice, Pankaj. And third is paid medium. Again, paid medium, any earned medium, when you are paying to the platform to make your preferential presence, then it is called paid medium. So you are paying to the Google and making your presence, you are displaying advertisement in the Google. You are paying to the Facebook and you are making advertisement on the Facebook. You are paying to the YouTube and you are running advertisement on the YouTube. So that kind of presence is called paid presence. So as a digital
Okay.
marketer, you have to manage own presence, earned presence, and paid presence, right? So if we are going to get started with our website, what will be counted as, whether it is the own presence, earned presence, or paid presence? Own presence. Pankaj, very right. Nice. Thank you so much. So it's own presence. We are going to create our own presence. The medium which we are the owner of the medium. We can decide what to display, what not to display, where to put the call to action, where to put the images, videos, graphics, links, header, footer, menus, sidebar. So we are the owner. We can decide how we want to present ourselves on that medium. So that is called own medium, right? So, anyways, for now, I'm unmuting all of you, including Kuldeep. And if you have any inquiries, you can write in the question window. And if you want to talk to me, you can request in the question window to unmute you. I will unmute you, and then we will have a discussion on that. So let's start the session, and let's have at least we should have a basic website ready by end of the session, right?
Right.
So, okay, nice. Thank you. Thank you so much for nice introduction, Peggy. Let's see if I'm able to unmute you. Something. Somehow I'm not able to unmute you. I will try it again. Uh, but if you have any questions, preferably type that question in the question window, and if required, we will have a discussion on that. Right? So nice. Thank you so much. Let's start. Okay, let's revise yesterday's session with very easy questions, and you have to answer that questions very fast. Why digital marketing is important? Yes, you have to give me the options in the
On the
answer window. Yes. Why digital marketing is important? Customers from anywhere in the world can place order. It's open 24/7, 365 days a year, or you can handle hundreds of customers. So why digital marketing is important? All of you have answered very well. So Pankaj has answered D, and Kuldeep has answered all of the above, and that is D. Thanks, nice. So SEO stands for SEO stands for search engine marketing, search engine organization, search engine optimization, search
search engine
optimization.
optimization.
Very right. It's search engine optimizations. Again, Pankaj has answered C well. Azim, I think D you have answered for the first question. For question number second, it's the answer is C. Very nice. Thank you. Which of the following comes under social media? Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube,
All
all
of
of
the
the
above.
Kuldeep, preferably write in the question window, so that because all of you will start speaking, I may not be able to
Okay.
communicate with all of you. So it's preferably write in the question window, so that I will I will try to repeat your answers. No worries about that. So yes, Azim, you are right. Azim is answering second is B. Uh, Azim second is C, search engine optimization, right? And for answer three, Yes, for answer 3, which of the following comes under social media? Uh, its E is E. Azim is very right. Kuldeep is right. E. And Madhura has also joined us. Welcome, Madhura. And Madhura has also answered well. It's E, all of the above. FTP stands for. FTP stands for. Azim answered correctly. It's D, file transfer protocol. Okay, all of you have answered correctly, Kuldeep, Pankaj, and Madhura. It's FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. Nice, thank you. URL stands for. URL stands for what? B. So it's Uniform Resource Locator. Yes, URL stands for Uniform Resource Locator. And Madhura, Kuldeep, Pankaj, all of you have answered well. Nice, thank you so much. ISP stands for what? ISP stands for what? Perfectly right. Pankaj has answered Internet Service Provider. Kuldeep has answered D. Madhura D. Azim D. Nice, thank you. Yes, Internet Service Provider. And what are the cookies used for? Why we use cookies? What are cookies used for? To spy on the people or add virus on the system, find user behavior, none of the above. Cookies, why we use cookies? Any idea? Pankaj has answered correct. Any of you want to answer? Yes, Azim has answered C. Okay, Azim, you are also answered very correct. Madhura has answered C. Nice, thank you. Yes, cookies stands for find user behavior. So when someone will visit your website, if you have tracking code on your website, that code will install a cookies on the visitor's browsers, and that cookies will collect user behavior and send it to the analytics server, and analytics server report that user behavior in the analytics dashboard. So right now, if you are finding it difficult, no worries about that. We are going to cover it again in the analytics session. So there is one session dedicated for Google Analytics. In there we will discuss it again. So for now, it's fine enough if you can understand it. If you can understand, cookies used for finding user behavior on your website. Using cookies, only you can see the user behavior on your website, not on the other's website. Okay. So now the next is what when you send separate message. When you send separate message, you need to what you need to do? Encrypt, decrypt, encode, decode. Yes, very correct, Pankaj. Azim is also answered well. It's encryption. So if you want to send a separate message, you have to encrypt the message, and only recipients can decrypt it. So nice. Thank you so much. And the last question is websites which pick another website to collect sensitive information like credit card number, PIN number, etc. are called what? Encoding, encrypting, phishing, or clogging. So answer is Kuldeep has answered C, Pankaj has answered phishing, Madhura has answered D. Madhura, when you are presenting a fake website or duplicate website or a similar website to collect sensitive information, then it's called phishing. Clogging is when you are presenting different information to the Google or search engine and different information to the end users, then it's clogging, right? When you are faking a website, when you are creating a fake website to collect the information, then it's a phishing, right? So nice. Okay, yes. If someone has question number 8 is missing, Arvin is saying question number 8 is missing. Arvin, you are right. Yes, question number 8 is missing, or the numbering is not correct. So let me see if I can see Number, okay, eight number of question is 8. Question 8 is here. When you click on a website, it takes you to the different website. What is this called? When you are clicking on a page and they are opening any other page, then what it is called? It's redirection. Pankaj, very right. Madhura has also answered, correct? So it's redirection. When you are clicking on one website and they are reaching on another web page, so then it is called a redirection. Perfectly fine, perfectly fine. Okay. So now, Azim, I think you understand we have question number 8 here as well. So let's close this question as this is a very brief revision of yesterday's session. Almost all these technical jargons we have discussed and explained in the yesterday session. So today we are going to start with the website, and very theoretical and pointers are basic pointers are explained in this PPT. So very fast we are going to cover this PPT, and then I will show you how to set up your website practically while using the WordPress, right? Kuldeep has questions. Yes, Kuldeep, you can ask one question. Kuldeep has some questions. Yes, Kuldeep, ask your question. You can ask your question. So it is time-taking process to mute and unmute you. It's not very smooth at my place to mute and unmute you. It takes a lot of try effort. So if possible, you can in very short you can write your question here. I will try to understand and answer it. It's not a smooth process to mute and unmute. It requires a lot of attention and effort. So I don't want to waste my time there. So you can just very short you can write here. I will try to understand your questions and answer you. So Kuldeep is saying redirection is basically when someone is clicking on a link and they are going to another link. Yes, basically that is the same thing. Redirections when you are as a user when you are trying to open a particular address, but rather than opening the content of that address, someone is redirecting to another address. That is called redirection. So the redirections can be of any type. It can be a permanent redirection. It can be a temporary redirection. You can technically give them the name 301, 302. So yes, you are right. In terms of SEO, it's 301, 302. But for now, as a technical jargon, basically you have to understand redirection when you are trying to open page A, but rather than opening A, it's opening B. Then the very simple definition of redirection is you are trying to open A, but it's not opening A, it's opening page B. So that is called redirection. And how you can use it for the permanent purpose or temporary purpose or 301, 302, that we will discuss in the SEO. Right now, redirection is one of the popular technical jargons which almost every SEO guys or every digital marketing guy should know. So, at the fundamental level, all of you understand what is redirection, right? Redirection word is clear to all of you. Nice, thank you so much, Pankaj. So let's start with the website. Before getting started with the website, tell me one thing. If you want to have a full-fledged website, what you need, what is the first thing you need? If you want to have a full-fledged website, what is the first thing you need? Yes, Pankaj, very right. We need a domain name, and we have discussed what is domain name yesterday. So domain name is your virtual identity. It's your cyber identity. But the domain name is your business identity or your presence in the virtual space So that is the domain name you require. So yes, domain name. What is the next thing you need? Okay, nice. Thank you so much. You need a domain name. Madhura is also saying domain name. Sandeep is saying remove slash. I don't know. I don't understand what you mean by remove slash. If you want to have a website, you need a. If you want to own a website, first thing you need a domain name. Very right. Arjun also answered domain name. And next you need a hosting. Pankaj, very right. So you need a hosting where you can save all the content of your website on a public computer. So that is the hosting. So when someone will request for that page, someone will request for that domain, someone will request for any page of that domain, it's hosting server responsibility to serve that page, right? So hosting, web hosting is the third thing we require. All of you have answered well, Pankaj, Arjun, and Madhura. So next thing you need a web hosting where you are going to save all the content, whether it is an image, video, text, link, header, footer, code, text, whatever you have, you are going to save all these things on a public computer, and that public computer will act as a host. So you need a hosting. So, and what is the third thing you need? You, let's suppose you have a domain, you have a hosting space. What is the third thing you need? If you want to have a full-fledged functional website of your own, yes, Pankaj, you are correctly, very, very, very correct. Now you need a web programming language or any application or a software using that you can create your website, because as a human being we can understand English, but as a computer or a like machine, they can understand a particular language, and that is web programming language. So either you can use any web programming language, or you can use any application, or you can use any software which can help you to create a website. So can you give me some example of web programming language? Any of you can give me some example of web programming language? What are those examples of web programming language? PHP, .NET, very nice. Kuldeep, very nice. It's .NET or PHP. Pankaj is right. PHP, HTML, very nice. Madhura, HTML is right. Azim also answered HTML. Nice, thank you. HTML is a web programming language. Java is also a web programming language. Very nice. Pankaj, Kuldeep. Arjun, PHP is a web programming language. Joomla is an application. Joomla is also an application created in PHP. Joomla is a CMS, content management system application, and it's a it's the application, yes, but you can use it to create a website. Uh, SQL, SQL, SQL is a database programming language. So you can't have a website you only using SQL. So XML, HTML is the basic. Yes, XML, HTML you can use for the web. So most popularly HTML. Nice. So all of you have a fair, at least you are aware of these terms. I'm happy. So yes, you need a three things. First, you must have a domain name, you must have a hosting space, you must have a either an application or a software or a web programming language to create your website. So let's briefly go through the PPTs, and then we are going to cover these three aspects of a website practically uh, using any website, right? So in this PPT, we will cover type of website, how you can plan your website, what are the best practices in the website design, what is a good example of good website and bad website design, what is domain name, how you can buy the domain name, how you can add the domain to the hosting, and how hosting domain name is redirecting to your host, how you can install WordPress, how you can configure plugins on the WordPress, and how you basic understanding of bloggers. So actually, if we will give enough time to understand WordPress So today's session as well as next week Saturday session will be devoted to the website creation and planning only. So the basic you will cover today, advanced you will cover in the coming session. So you will have 1 week time, 5 days time. In that 5 days, you will practice all the learning, and in the next upcoming session, your goal should be that you will come with one free website. Okay, Madhura is saying my voice is not very clear. Am I audible now? Okay, my voice is not clear. All of you are saying my voice is not clear. So let me check once and then give me 2 minutes time. Let me check things from my end and let me check once. Let me check once and then we will start again. Give me 2 minutes time. Just give me 2 minutes time. Is it better now? Is my voice is clear now? Is it audible now? Yes. I hope my voice is audible enough. Uh, yes, nice. Thank you. Thank you. So if such issue will come, then you can just let me know. I will try my level best so that my voice should be clear as possible. Okay, so we are going to cover type of website planning and creation, and best practices of the website design. What is a good website, bad website design examples, domain name, how you can buy domain name. So we are going to cover all these things today, but what I'm trying to tell you that we are going to devote 2 sessions in website planning and creation, today's and next Saturday sessions. So today's I will try to give you as much knowledge as possible. In this gap, Monday to Friday, you have to practice a lot on website planning and creations, and next Saturday you have to come with your problem or whatever issues you have faced, or if you have if faced any difficulty, you will come with your difficulty in the next session. And in the next session we will see some advanced things in the website creation, as well as we will see the bloggers part. So let's briefly go through the PPTs. So it is the type of website. You can see that it's a personal blog or a personal website. Personal blog is an example where you are uploading or producing the content on the regular basis. This is the blog. So here you can see that this is it can be your logo or it can be header. It is the header menu. So support, about, WordPress theme, drop. This is the header menu. This is the sidebar. This is the content area as it is the blog. So a blog is always about latest content. So whatever we are producing right now, it's the latest content. So if you are producing content on a particular topic, people will wait for your next content. So this date wise chronological arrangement of the content is most of the time you can see the date wise presentation of the content in the blog. So it's a blog kind of example. So any of you have tried your personal blog? Have you ever tried having your own personal blog on any other platform, like on Tumblr or Live Generals or Scudos or Hub Pages or on any places, bloggers, WordPress, Wave, Wix, Weebly, on any platform? Have you ever tried to have your own blog? No, Azim has never tried it. Pankaj has not tried it. Kuldeep have their blog on Tumblr, blog, Weebly, and WordPress. Very nice, Kuldeep. Very, very, very good. Madhura have not tried it. Okay, nice. So when you have tried your blog on Tumblr, Blogger, Weebly, Wix, WordPress, these kind of platforms, so we will discuss that what are the different kind of blogs, if it is a self-hosted blog or the free blog. When you are using WordPress, Weebly, Wix, Blogger, Tumblr, that kind of platform, so that is a blogging platform. You need not to buy domain name, you need not to buy hosting, even you can produce or present the content in their platform. So it's the free blogging platform. And when you want to have your own blog, self-hosted blog, then you have to buy domain name, you have to buy hosting, you have to configure hosting space, then you have to install some CMS or some web programming language, and then you can have your own self-hosted blog. So we will briefly discuss both the options. Okay, so it's a business website where again it's a logo. You can say that it's a logo. It's a upper right corner. There are two menus. In first menu, it's a home and search options, and this is the header menu. This is the header images. There are two sidebar. It's a left sidebar. It's a right sidebar. It is the content area. So this is a very good example of a business website. So Madhura is asking a question, what is the difference between blog and a website? Technically, both are website, whether it is a blog or a website or whatever you are seeing on the browser. It's having a web page or a collection of related web page is a website. So technically everything is website, whether it is a social networking website like Facebook or a video website, YouTube, or a blogging website like Shout Me Loud or yourstory.com, or any kind of blog you might have seen, or magazine kind of website like Massable or magazine. There are so many magazine kind of website. So just give me 1 second. My battery is running down. My system battery is going very down. It's only 7%. So let me plug in the power plug. Yes. Now it's charging. So the difference, blog means where you are producing content on the fixed frequency, whether you are writing daily or you are writing weekly or you are writing on the alternate day or you are writing once in a month. So you are talking about a particular topic. You are not bothered about the background of the website. You have some knowledge, you have some experience, you have some like you want to share your knowledge with the audience, with the world. So you are less bothered about the functionalities or you are less bothered about the background of the website. You are more interested in sharing your content and information with the world. So then it's a blog. Website, basic core objective website. So you might have created website for every website have a core objective, whether you are creating a business website or a social networking website or a membership website or a video sharing website or a there can be a different objective of the website. So technically everything is website, right, Madhura? You can name these website according to the objective. You can give the different name, but technically everything is website. So it's a fair good example of business website, and this is the e-commerce website. So this is e-commerce website, e-commerce where you are e-commerce, as we are saying, electronic commerce, where the transaction of money can happen, or any transaction towards the which ends as a money. Then it's an e-commerce website. You can have your own e-commerce website, or you can join any marketplace like Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal. So these are the e-commerce website. So you can have an e-commerce website. These are the different. You can have a job listing website where people can come, companies can come and list their job, and candidates can come and apply for that job. So this is job listing website. And you can have a business directory website like Just Dial or India Mart or Yellow Pages. So have you heard about these websites? Just Dial, India Mart, Yellow Pages. So these are the business listing website. They collect the business informations like a business name, address, phone number, mobile number, and their product and services, and they list all those information in the directory format. So these are the directory websites. So your directory can be business directory, or any other directories can happen. So yes, all of you have heard about the business directory. So it's up to you what kind of website you want to create. You want to create a review website, you want to create a membership website, you want to create an e-commerce website, you want to create a job board website, you want to create a directory website, you want to create a like press release website, you want to create a discussion forum website. So it's up to you what is the objective, what is the purpose of creating the website. Accordingly, you can give the name of that website. So it can be a question answer website. Can you give me some example of question answer website? Anyone? Have you seen the question answer website? Can you give me some example of question answer website? Or you might have used? Yes, give me. Quora, yes, very nice. Quora is the very good example of question answer website. Yahoo Answers, answers.com, Wiki Answers. So these are the question answer website. People are going there questioning whatever they have in mind, they question, and other people, it's a crowdsourcing answering. Anyone can come and answer that question. So that is the open forum. Anyone can come and question, and anyone can come and answer. If they have experience, if they know the answers, they can answer the questions. So question answer website is there. Then you can have a like online communities website, or social media website, or photo sharing website, or video sharing website. So their core objective is sharing a particular kind of video, or so if it's a video sharing. If their objective is to share only photos or images, so it's an image sharing website. If the objective of the website is only to share the PPTs, then it's a slide share kind of website. So according to the objective, you can have an online community website, photo websites, video websites. So these are the different websites. Coupon website, you must have seen Coupon Dunia and Coupon Raja, Coupon Rani. So free coupons. There are so many coupon websites where you go and find the best coupons for the shopping, and you can get a lot of free things from that coupon website. So you can start a coupon website. You can start an auction website. People can come and auction for a product and services. So according to the objective, you can give the name of the website. You can have a wiki kind of website where you can answer all the questions related to a particular topic. Let's suppose you are in digital marketing, you can start a wiki website related to digital marketing. If you have a lot of knowledge about dinosaurs, you can start a dinosaurs wiki website. If you have a lot of knowledge on wildlife, so you can just talk about wildlife wiki website, right? So it depends on knowledge base and wiki website. So many variations are there. So anything in your mind, what kind of website you want to start? Any of you, any thought, any ideas? So what kind of website you want to create? Any product, services, informations, ideas, or thought? So what kind of website you want to create? Any kind of website. If you have to create a website, whether you will create a personal website or a blog website, or okay, Kuldeep have a very good idea. Kuldeep want to create a SEO update website related to SEO updates, where he will talk about all the updates from the Google or search engine. So he want to start a SEO update website. Very nice, Kuldeep. Pankaj want to start a business website. Very nice. Madhura want to start a website for my kids' kindergarten and daycare centers. Very nice. Kuldeep want to start a SEO update website like a Moz. Moz is the leader in the SEO information. So if it's a one-stop solution for all kind of SEO questions. So Moz is a very reputed website. Yes, Kuldeep. Yes, you can get started with the Moz kind of website. So Pankaj want to start a business website related to financial advisories. Azim want to start an e-commerce website. Very nice, Azim. And Kuldeep is a Mozer as well. Mozer means he spend lot of time on the Moz and he do lot of participation in the Moz. So Moz have a different section, Moz, MOZ. If other guys are not aware of this website, I'm just sharing a very brief about Moz. It's MOZ or MOZ, you can say that. Moz is a SEO update website where people go and blog about the SEO, where people go and participate in the forum related to the SEO topics, and they also provide a lot of tools to make your SEO activities better. So Moz tools are available, Moz Authority Rank or Moz Open Site Explorer. So many SEO tools are available on the Moz. So Kuldeep is saying he is a Mozer, means he spend lot of time and do lot of contributions in the Moz. Okay, very good, Kuldeep. So just keep your ideas in mind that as Azim will start e-commerce, Pankaj will start a business website related to financial advisors, and Kuldeep will start SEO update website, and Madhura will start a kindergarten daycare website. So keep that vision in mind, and when we start practical sessions, you have to create website on that topic, related to that topic. So keep few thoughts in mind, that what kind of home page you want, what are the pages you want on your website, about us, contact us, team page, centers, or product you want to add in the e-commerce, or services you want to add in your financial advisors website, or daycare facilities you want to provide to the daycare comers. So you can start collecting your thoughts. If you have pen and paper, you can just start collecting your thoughts, and you are going to translate that vision into a website. So that if let's suppose if you have to create a home, you want to construct a home, what is the first thing you need? If you want to construct a home, what is the first thing you need? So Pankaj is saying he need a material. Madhura is saying he need a place. Anything? Any other thing? I hope concept of the business or concept of the home exactly. Pankaj is saying manpower. Before all these things, you must have a blueprint, or you can say the architect, or like map of the home. before digging uh, the first soil, you must have a very clear idea where you want to, where you are going to build your living room, or where will be your bedroom, or where will be washroom, or where will be almiras, or where will be windows, or where will be gates. So all the constructions, you will create that construction in the mind or on the paper. Then you take the first step towards using the manpower, or using the place, or using the material. So before all these things, you create a vision towards the home, and then you take your first step uh, according to that. So in the same way, if you want to create a website, you must have a clear, crystal clear vision about your website, and then get started with the website rather than getting started with the website, right? So I would suggest you have a little bit idea what kind of homepage you want, what kind of about us page you want, what kind of blog section you want, what features you want, what kind of header you want, how many menus you want, how many sidebars you want, what kind of footer you want. So what kind of categories you want, what kind of services you want, what are the products you have, product images, product graphics, product descriptions, and navigations, menu options. The more clear your vision, the faster and the better website you can create. But it doesn't mean that you are not going to create a website when you don't have idea. So over a period of time, your website will evolve, when you will, even if you are starting very rough. So the from my suggestion is that start with, even you can start with a no idea, and you can keep applying your idea to make your website better over a period of time. But it's a very good idea when you have a very clear vision, and then you are getting started with the website. That is the better option. But don't delay this work further because you don't have idea. So whatever idea you have, just get started with it. So there are many more variation, uh, and then some. This is the good example. These are the few good example of good website design example. So here you can see that Amazon is one of the leader. So here their logos, search functions are there, the header images are there, popular products are there, some advertisements are there. So this is again a bumper ad. So related or historical or suggested videos are there, main categories are there. So it's very easy to navigate from one place to another place. So money control, you can see that header menus are there, or logo is there. So these are the good example of, we will see a lot of other examples. So some good examples are there, some bad example where you are not clear about what they are providing and what they are expecting from you. If you see a website, it should be very clear within 30 seconds that what they are trying to sell. So if you are seeing any website, within 30 seconds, you should be clear that what product, services, informations, idea they are selling, what is their USP. What is USP? Any idea what is USP? What is USP? So it's a unique selling propositions or unique selling points. So we tell it unique selling propositions. So Pankaj has answered well, Madhura has answered well, Kuldeep has also value, and Ajim has also answered well. So it's unique selling propositions, and call to action. Call to action means, what is call to action? Can you give me some example of call to action? Yes, call to action like phone number, or sign up, or call now, or visit now, or buy now, or claim your free trial, buy one get one free. So these are called call to action. Share these videos or comment on these videos. These are called call to action. So at least if you are getting started with a website or any web page, three things must be very, very clear. First, what is the product, services, informations idea you are talking about. If you have an e-commerce website, so very clear, we are going to give you it's a toys website, it's a leather bag website, it's a daycare and daycare website, it's a financial advisory website, so your what you are talking about, what is your product, services, information idea, it should be clear in the first screen in the 30 seconds. Next, why anyone should read you or spend time on your website or buy from you, why not from your competitors. So what is different, what is the distinguishing things, what is the value additions you are providing which others are not providing, what is unique to you. So that should be clear within 30 seconds in the first screen. And third, call to action, what you are expecting from your end users, that is call to action. So these three things, let me show you some good example. So let's see, we have let's see, let's search for digital marketing course, right? So let's open this. So this is good example. Grow your business with the digital. Grow your business with the digital. Learn digital skills you need to unlock the full potential. So the what is very clear. Start learning online. Call to action is there. So learn digital skills that you to unlock the full potential for your business. So call to action is there, and then you can see this is USPs is there. Join the offline training sessions or learn digital skill mobile from Google Premier. So this is the USP. So how you are different from others. So this is the USP, and how your website is working. So this is the testimonial. This you may have some testimonial. This is one of the good example of your website. So let's see another website. So here, join the internet revolutions. Call to action is here. Here, call to action repeated. This is call to action. Register. Join the internet revolution as a leader and not followers. But here, what kind of courses they are providing? Not very clear. Whether it's a digital marketing course or it's a web development course, what exactly they are providing, it's not very clear. Join the internet revolutions, but whether it's a digital marketing or mobile app development course, it's not very clear. So see another example. So advance as Asia's most trusted digital marketing training. Very clear, digital marketing training. We are providing digital marketing training. Asia's most trusted. So it's the USPs. So again, 30 modules, 10 international. Again, this is the USPs. Call to action. Send me browsers. Call to action. This is the form. Call to action. This is call to action. This is the branding. So this is very good example of a good website. So fair enough, you understand the example of good website. Bad website, when you are not clear about what you are talking about, what is your product, what is your services, what you are expecting from your end user. So they are not organized in a well manner. So this is the example of bad. So okay, so let me share your ideas of good website or bad website. Share your ideas of good website or bad website. What make a website good website or what make a website a bad website? Just share your thought. Just give me a few points, at least 3 points from each of you. 3 to 5 points why a website is a good website and why you think any website is a bad website. What is the component or features of a good website or what is the features of a bad website? Just write 3 to 5 points. It's a 5 minutes activity. Right now it's 7:02. So by 7:07 I will be back, and you have to write 3 to 5 points. Just explore the website and write some good point about the website, or bad point about the website. Is it okay? Can you write the good thing about the website and bad thing about the website? Yes. So we will discuss in 5 minutes. I will be back in 5 minutes. Just keep writing. I will back and discuss and summarize it. Hello
Hello
guys,
guys,
welcome back.
welcome
Can you
back.
hear me? Am I
Am I
audible
audible
to
to
all
all
of
of
you?
you?
Yes. Just give me 1 minute. Actually, my voice is echoing here. I can hear my voice only. Yes, yes. I can see my voice is doing echo. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. No, it's about sorry. Is it better now? Yeah, yeah. It's is my voice is audible? Yes. Kuldeep is saying it's better. So yeah, yes for Pankaj, yes from Pankaj as well. So yes, we are discussing about what is the good website and what is the bad website, and I have asked you to give me some pointers how you can make sure that what is the good website and bad website. So let's see from the Madhura. Madhura is saying feature of good website is good website should catch target audience immediately. Yes. So for a good, if you are talking about a good website should address the target audience problem immediately. So they should not look for the answers. Whatever is the immediate concerns, that immediate concerns should be answered as fast as possible. Good website should be simple to understand in functionality. Yes, their navigations. If they are looking for something for important contact us pages or product pages or services pages, that should be very very clearly defined and there should be very easy to go. So as a thumb rule, you can keep one thing in mind, that if you have a website, all the most important page of your website should be within 3 clicks. It should not be more than 3 clicks away. So if you want to reach a particular page, your end user should not click more than 3 times. So if they are clicking within 3 times and they are reaching to the page, so that means your navigations or your arrangement or your category is all fine. Otherwise, it required some, it required the redefinitions, or it required some simplification in your navigation, right? So Madhura, very right, good website should be easy to navigate. Easy to navigate means, even let me give you some example. So even if you are visiting a very complex website, Flipkart, you can imagine how many categories and subcategories and products are there. Even it's a so big website, it's so simple to reach any product. So the first and foremost easiness, you can directly search from here, and the most popular categories are already listed here. So electronics, appliances, mains. So you can directly go to any places. So a quick most popular pages are already here. So if you want to go to the furniture, you can simply go to the furniture, one click. So you have clicked on furniture section, one click. Now, so let's suppose I want to buy this this table, so I can click on, see, second click, and third click is buy now. Within 3 clicks I'm able to buy this product. I'm not doing more than 3 clicks. So this is the beauty, this is the simple navigation. You should be able to, even I'm going to, let's suppose I'm buying some sofas, dining table, mattresses. So let's suppose I'm buying TV cabinet. So TV cabinet, one click. and within that one click I can buy any product. Second click, within second click I am able to reach to the buy now button. So this kind of thing you can keep in mind. While you have a website, your navigation should be super easy, and if it is taking more than 3 clicks to reach any page, that means your navigation requires simplification. And the fourth good point Madhura has talked is good website should be should not having lot of alerts and pop-ups in between. Yes, Madhura, it's very irritating, it's very frustrating when you are trying to read something, and when you try to compare something, and when you are looking for information, some pop-ups and chat windows or some advertisements are appearing. So you have to make your website as clean as possible, as neat as possible. So that you can keep in mind. Very, very fantastic, Madhura. Nice. Thank you so much. Now let's see answer from Azim. Azim is saying bad website, image not accurate according to the service offered. Yes, if service is something else, image is something else. There is no relation between the service and images. That is the example of bad website. Call to action is not available. You are impressed with the website, you are very, very like ready to take the action, you want to contact the website owner, you want to buy the product, but you don't know how to do that. That is the worst thing can happen for any website. So website is there, but people are visiting the website, but they are not able to take the action. The call to action is missing. That is a bad example of website. And Kuldeep is answering something about the good website and bad website. Again, the next answer is from Azim. Azim has pointed characteristic of a good website as service offered should be clear in the home page. Home page first screen. Home page first screen means without scrolling the page, your product should be clear, your product and service offered should be clear in the first screen. Your user need not to scroll it. Without scrolling, your product should be very clear. So let me give you one more example in that. So you can go to the Google and let's search for some daycare center. So it's a daycare in Noida. So let me see this website. So service offers within the first screen. So best child care in Noida. Service offered without any scrolling. So they are giving you the timing and months and features and USPs and call to action. Best daycare child, call to action. Download fee structure, call to action. So this is good. This is one of the good examples. So yes, Azim very right. Service offered should be clear in the first screen. Need to call to action. Call to action should be very clear. For example, here download the fee structure is call to action. It's very, very prompt. Here call this number, call to action. Fee structure, call to action. So this is the USP. This is the example of USP, unique selling propositions. Why you are different? Why I should buy from you? Why I should not buy from your competitors? Because we have 50 centers, 92% delighted parents, and run by IIT IIM alumni. So without scrolling, without clicking, I have a fair idea that this website is providing childcare services. They are asking me to take the action to see the fee structure, and they are giving me enough reason to inquire, to do the inquiries. So this is an example of good website. Without even a clicking, they are giving me enough reason to do that. So these are the example of good website. Call to action must be there. Should create interest by providing testimonials and reviews. Azim very, very, very right. Testimonials and review is the one of the basic characteristic of a website. And even I would suggest it's very good idea if you can start your website with the testimonial. That can be a good idea. You can try it. So let's see if they have shared the testimonials. So yes, they have shared the testimonial. Transparent, Kumkum Bhatia and Chabi Chaudhary. So they are giving the testimonials. They have included the testimonials as well. So testimonials and review is going to increase the reputations and is going to chances that people will click on your website and people will see your website well and may take the action. So testimonial and review must be there. So Azim, very nice, fantastic. I would like to clap for you. Thank you so much for sharing your ideas. And now come to answer from Kuldeep. Kuldeep is saying bad website, no relevancy. If you have a non-relevant website, yes, people are expecting informations about daycare, and you are showing informations about nursery admissions. So it's a non-relevant website. So duplicate content must be duplicate content, duplicate images, not clear content. So duplicate content, duplicate images is the secondary thing, because as a user is visiting one page at a time. So as a user, they are not they don't know whether the content is duplicate or not. They are more interested in that whether the content is relevant or not, whether the content is useful for them or not, whether the content is answering their problem or answering their questions or not. So duplicate content, duplicate images is the problem of search engine. Yes, it's not acceptable. It's not advisable to use the duplicate content. But right now we are talking about end users' point of view. So end users have very little idea whether the content is duplicate or original. They are more interested in finding the solution of their problem. They are least bothered about even you are providing the duplicate content, but if you are providing the solutions, they are happy with you, right? So let's suppose I'm giving an example. If I'm going to give you a list of 100 digital marketing tools, if I'm going to give you the list of 100 digital marketing tools, will you is it useful for you or not? Yes or no? Will you find it useful or not? If I'm going to give you the list of 100 digital marketing tools, will you find it useful? So if I will give you the list of 100 digital marketing tools, Azim is saying he will not find it useful. Kuldeep is saying I'm not going to find it useful. But if I'm in the digital marketing industry, if someone will offer me the list of the best digital marketing tools, I will be happy to see that. I will be happy to see the collection of all digital marketing tools at one place. So it may be useful for it may be useful for us. So top 100 may not be happy. So what I'm trying to do, I'm just collecting the information. I'm going to copy and doing the research and copying all the content over the net and aggregating the information for my end users. So even okay, it's not doesn't matter top 20 or top 100. If I'm giving you top 5 or top 10, if it is useful for you, you will be happy. If it is not useful for you, you are not happy. So what I mean to say that if even I'm giving you top 20 list of digital marketing tools, am I creating the original tools or am I only aggregating the informations? I'm creating the content originally, or am I only aggregating the information from the different sources? Obviously, I'm aggregating the information from the different sources. So you are least bothered about from where I have copied the content. You are more interested in whether whatever information I have provided you is useful for you or not, right? So duplicate content and duplicate images is a technical issue that must be fixed, but from user point of view, you have to think about how you can make your end users happy. So Yes, Kuldeep, relevancy should be there. Duplicate content can be taken, must be taken care of, and relevancy is the most important factor for good website. Navigation optimizations, image quality, content, and user relevancy is fine. Kuldeep, very nice. It's a good analysis, and website must have name, address, phone number. NAP must be there. So we have discussed enough characteristic of a good website or a bad website. So you have now you must have a fair idea that what when we are saying it's a good website, what we are talking about, and when we are saying bad website, what we are talking about. So have you got a little bit of idea about that? Good website and bad website? Yes, nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. So now let's see best some of the best practices. So briefly, we have discussed all these practices, but again, we are going to discuss. So best practices: who is the target audience, what you want to inform them, or what you want to sell them. That is what should be answered very clearly. What product, services, informations, idea you are selling. I am providing RO water purifier. I am providing AMC services. I am providing RO spare parts. I am providing daycare services. I am providing whatever information you are providing. Just it should be very clear in the first screen, and where your visitors is accessing the website. So why should visitor buy your, what is your USP? What is the unique thing? Because we provide prompt RO service. We provide original spare parts. So that can be the reason. We have 25 centers. We have 40 expert technicians, RO technicians. So that can be the reason why any should buy any product from you. And how you wish to serve your visitors, that is your call to action. Are you asking them to call you or mail you or message you or buy now? These kind of things can be your call to action. What action you want your user should take on your website is your call to action. So every single page must have call to action. Whatever pages you are creating, whether it is a product page, service page, about us page, contact us page, every page you have to do, you have to think, you have to find a relevant call to action on every single page. So the next best practices is responsive. Any idea what is responsive web design? What is responsive website? Any guess? What is responsive website? So Pankaj is saying that open, fast and interactive. Kuldeep is saying mobile optimized. Desktop and mobile response is the best. Okay, responsive website means the website which can resize itself according to the device sizes. Whether you are opening that website on a smart TV, it will open perfectly. If you are opening the same website in the smartphone, it should open perfectly. If you are opening website on the desktop or laptop or tablet or phablet or mobile or like smart TVs or 40-inch TV or 32-inch TV, it should resize itself according to the device size. Then that kind of website is called responsive website. So nowadays, as you can see the varieties of devices, have you noticed the varieties of devices? Even in the mobile itself, you can see the varieties of screen size. What are the various screen size available in the mobile? Can you give me some various screen size available in the mobile? Yes, definitely. So it can be iPhone or it can be Android devices or different screen size, 5.5 inch, 5.4 inch, 3.4 inch, 4.1 inch. So it's very tough to present a website in the different variety, different device size. So if you have created a website in such a way that it resizes itself according to the devices, then it's a responsive website. So this is the minimum bare requirement. Minimum, if you are planning for a website, or if you are planning to have a if you are outsourcing this things to anyone else, minimum bare requirement, your website must be responsive. It should resize perfectly according to the device sizes. So now the best practices, that what you want to sell has to be above the fold. So that we have already discussed. Whatever you want to sell, that should be in the first screen. Above the fold means without scrolling the page, your product, services, information, idea should be clear to your visitors. So let me show you one more example. So let's see if someone is searching for financial advisor services in Noida. Let's suppose I'm searching for financial advisory services in Noida. So let's see if any good website we can see. So wealth management services, very clear. This website is about wealth management. Without scrolling, I can see the wealth management and contact client support, call to actions, more or less not exactly call to actions, but at this fair idea about the client contact system, wealth management services. So this is not very good example, but it's fair good example. So let's see one more example here. Financial advisor services. Again, not very good because it's an aggregator. So financial advisor in Noida. So financial advisor in Noida. They are asking me to register. So this is not very good idea. They are not giving me permission to explore the website without login. Do you like it when any website restrict you for the login? Do you like such feature when you try to open something and they will restrict you to first login? No. So whatever you are not liking it, you will not include on your website. So at least information should be available without any login. And I should be able to explore the options. When I will request for the options, when I will click on send proposals, or when I ask for any service or request, then it's okay. They can ask for the login, or they can ask for the email ID. But just to explore the features or just to explore the content, they should not ask for the login. So that you can keep in mind. Next, we'll do a little bit fast. Best practices, have a proper call to action. This kind of call to action, we have discussed enough about call to action. Have simple navigation. It should be very easy to reach to a particular page. So let me see if we can see some example of simple navigation. Okay, so energy for impact. So here you can see that what we do, impact, publications, news, about us. Within that about us, it's a governance, team, partners, program. So it's a fair good example of simple navigations. So let's see here if they can see the example of simple navigations, but you understand what a navigation means. So this is the menu, home, common questions, ways we can help you, survivor experience, resources, professional. This is the example here in the right side. It's a navigation. This is the example of navigation. Okay. So Sulekha is the classified ad website. Wealth Hunter India. Let's see example. Yeah, it's a very good example of navigations. So here the common call to actions are available here. You can call them or landline or contact us or how to connect with them on the social media. This is very good example. Here about us navigations and product navigations or services navigations or tools navigations or knowledge base or taxations downloads. This is good example of navigation, simple navigations. And they are asking you, they are giving you fare, they want to make you crorepati, and they are giving you enough reason how to be a crorepati, keep track of your spend. So what USPs they are providing, it's fair enough, but call to action is not prominent. Call to actions are there, but here there is no call to action. So the call to action here, happy to help, this chat buttons are there, we are here. So this is also chat button is there, but prompt call to action is not there. So this is the example of best practices of simple navigation and multiple form of content. So what you like, what kind of content you like when you have only text, or you want to have different kind of content, text, images, graphics, videos, audios. What kind of content you like most? Only text or varieties of content on the page? Yes, varieties of content on the page, mix of everything. So it's because as a user we like to see the text, we would like to read, see the images, see the videos, so or PPTs or PDFs or white papers, or so if you have varieties of content, it's a good practice. You can engage with your customers more for a longer period of time. You can include the social media. So if your user is visiting your website, they should be able to easily reach to your social media presence. So it should be very easy to reach to your social media presence. It shows that you are open enough, you are confident enough to be present on the social media, and if someone is talking bad about you, you are able to handle that. So social media presence should be very easily reachable, and if someone is going to their social media, and then it's very easy to come back to their website. So if they are seeing the social media, then it's very easy to come back to the website. So see, it's very easy to come back to the website. So it should be vice versa. Your website should be connected with the social media, and your social media should be connected with the website. So that you can keep in mind. Social media, you must have a blog section. So when you are sharing a content, let's suppose when you are selling, when you are providing daycare services, so when client will reach you for daycare services, how many questions they will ask to you? If client come to you, if any parent come to your office and they are inquiring about the daycare facilities, so are they going to ask few questions, or are they going to ask lot of questions? Lot of questions. Yes, they are going to ask lot of questions, definitely. So it's, there is no end of such questions. There is no end of such questions. How many questions they will ask? They will ask for the, that you have CCTV camera or not, or what is the timing, what is the fees, any discount you are giving, or how, what is the communications, or is the CCTV camera available to my mobile, or like the hundreds of such questions they will keep asking you. So is it possible to answer all those questions on the one page? Is it possible to answer all those questions at one place, at one page? Not most of the time, no. So that why we, then what we do, we just create a service page or product page as the itineraries. We create a, okay, enroll for daycare, and in the daycare we can give the itineraries. Okay, this is the facilities we are providing, CCTV or pick up and drop, or this will be the timing, or this should be the age group, or this should be the lunch facilities. So we are giving the itineraries, and after giving the itineraries, whatever they have the questions, we can have a FAQ section, we can have a blog section, or we can have some other section where we can update relevant pre-sales questions on the regular basis, right? So that for that purpose you must have a blog on your website. If you are updating the pre-sales questions on your website frequently, so you must have a blog on your website. So if you are doing any announcement, or if you are organizing any contest, or if you are announcing any celebrations, or if you are announcing any prizes, or if you are answering any very very basic questions of your clients, so you can inform your client or your audience through the blog section. So every website must have a blog section. So independent blog is one thing, and blog section on your website is another thing. For example, let me show you. This is the knowledge. So blog section, it can be investor educations. So these are the videos, or video blogging is there, a simple blog is there. So this is the example of blog. And in the blog you can share about the latest news, tips, tricks, why do I need insurance. So right now they are not very populated blog section, but you can have a fairly good content in the blog section as well. So this is the example of blog. So I think we have done the enough exercise to regarding the business, regarding the good website and bad website. Do you want to do this exercise? Okay, now it's a very necessary. You are creating a blueprint for your website. So as I discussed, before getting started with the home, you must have your blueprint ready. So just take 5 minutes and jot down all your thoughts about your website. What kind of website you want? Everyone have pen and paper with you? All of you have a pen and paper with you? Yes, nice. So just create 5 pages design or content for the very very rough idea on the pen paper. What kind of home page you want? Home page, about us, contact us, product. If you're providing product, it should be product. If you're providing services, it should be services. If you're providing courses, it should be courses. So product, services, informations, idea, courses, or whatever you are providing. So home, about us, contact us, product, and like blog section. Just jot down your thought in these 4 pages. In your pen and paper, you can use 4 separate 4 page. You can give the heading of that page as home page. First page is home page, second page is about us, third page is contact us, fourth page is product, services, information, idea, and fifth page is blog. And on that page you can just design very very rough design, or you can just jot down your thoughts about your website. So fair enough, can you do that? Can I give you 5 minutes time to do that? Yes, nice. Let's do it right now. It's 7:47 and it's 7:55. By 7:55 we will resume the session and we will go further. Yes, Kuldeep, home, about us, service, product, contact us, and blog. You have to visualize these pages. You have to create the design and content and navigations and header and footer and sidebar of that pages. What kind of header, what kind of images, what kind of, so you can just jot down very roughly, you can jot down on the page. And you are going to translate in your when we will create a website. So for now you can just keep this and we will translate it when we do it in the practice. So we will resume at 7:55. Hi guys, welcome back. All of you are here. I hope all, you must be here. So yes, Azim has shared about the garment shop. I need eye-catching images. I would sell by providing details of product types, color available, showcasing product related with the festivals will come. Okay, okay. Apple Service Center. Kuldeep is saying for a storefront business, Apple services. Anyway, so you have now you have a little bit vision that what kind of website you want. You can keep that vision with you, and when we practically do the session, when we practically create the website, you have to apply. You have to keep that vision in mind, and you have to translate that vision in your website, right? So very nice, very nice. Madhura has designed, like created a vision for daycare. Azim has created his vision for the garment shop website. And Pankaj, I hope you must have created the vision for financial advisory services. And Kuldeep has created a vision for storefront business, Apple Service Center kind of thing. So now you have a little bit of idea what kind of product, services, informations, idea, website, homepage design you want. So you will apply all these when we do the practice session. So now let's come back. As we know what is domain name, we have already decided. We have already discussed about the domain name. So if you want to have domain name, you can just simply go to the Google, search for buy domain name, and so many options will appear, like you can buy it from the Godaddy or from G Suite, Google G Suite, or Big Rock or Go, or there are so many websites, Bluehost or HostGator, so you can buy it from anywhere. So you can go to any such website. Simply you can go to any such website. You can go to the Google Godaddy. For example, I'm going to the Godaddy, and you can search for domain name. Let's suppose I'm searching for domain name daycare center. I'm searching for Madhura daycare or something. So Kuldeep has already registered his domain name seogram.in. So let's suppose Madhura is registering her domain name Madhura daycare. So whenever you are registering for domain name, your domain name should be short and sweet and small. So let me see if I have jotted down about the domain name, some informations about the domain name. Okay, no. Anyway, so your domain name can be short, must be short. It must be sweet. Sweet means easy to remember. Easy to remember. Your domain name should be easy to remember. Your domain name should be easy to spell. Your domain name should be brandable in future. You should be able to brand, make a brand out of that. Your domain name, you have to pay for the domain name. So you have to pay the rental for the domain name. Pay rental for the domain name, and rental can be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, rental 3 year, 5 year, or 10 years. So if you are serious about your business, you will register your domain name for the longer period of time. If you are just experimenting, you can buy your domain name for the shorter period of time, right? Oh, 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 so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Okay, Azim is saying not showing. I can't see. Okay, all of you can see now. Can you see now? My screen is visible to all of you. I'm so sorry. I don't know how it's got suspended. So I can see. I can see now. You should be able to see the screen. Thank you, Azim, for pointing it out. Yes. So what I mean to say that whenever you are registering your domain, you can keep things in mind that your domain should be short, sweet, easy to remember, easy to spell. It should be brandable. You have to pay for the domain name. You can register your domain name for 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 5 year, or 10 years. If you are 100% sure about your business, if you want, you know that your business will be here to stay, then I will always suggest to go for the longer period of time. It's a factor in ranking as well. But right now, if you are just experimenting, you are not clear about whether you will continue with that business or not, or you are just want to experiment how to create a website, then initially you can go for the shorter period of time, even for the 1 year. So here you may go to the Google, search for best domain name registrant or buy cheap domain name, and the list of domain name registrants will appear. You can choose any domain name registrant like GoDaddy, Big Rock, Bluehost, HostGator. So these are the different domain name providers. You can open any one and you can search for relevant domain name. So right now, let's suppose we are registering a domain name of Madhura Daycare .in, and you can search for it. So the response will be something like that. The domain name is available. The domain name is available. You can just select it, continue to the cart. You can buy it. Sometime it may appear the domain name is not available. Let's suppose you are simply searching for uh, daycare.in. So this domain name is already taken. Someone else has already taken the domain name. Now they are suggesting you some other options, daycare art or daycare top or daycare law or daycare rift. So you can do your brainstorming, daycare Pune or daycare. If you are from Pune, so you can say daycare Pune or daycare your location name. So even if you are registering a domain, it's always good idea to including your business type. So if it's a daycare, it's good idea to include the daycare word. So sometimes people say that include the keyword. I will not suggest to include the keyword. I would suggest that your business name should reflect what is the type of the business. For example, good example can be Oyo Rooms. Is it the business clear from the name? Oyo Rooms. Hello Travel, Just Dial, Flipkart, Snapdeal. So these some sense is there, some business sense is there, some type of business is there. So if we are talking about Aro Wala, so know that you know that okay, this website is about Aro Wala. If someone is talking about Oyo Rooms, so it says that okay, it's about related to Oyo Rooms. Food Panda means it's related to food. So it's always good idea to include the relevancy of your business in the domain name. Even it's not included, it's okay. Means presence of keyword is a factor in ranking. The longer period of domain registration is a factor in ranking. The short, sweet, easy to remember, easy to spell, brandable is also a good idea to have domain. So you can keep these things in mind while registering the domain. So let's suppose you are searching for daycare Pune, and this domain name is available. Sometimes you may find that domain name is on auction. If you will see that domain name is auction, let's suppose I'm searching for arovala.com. So let's see if domain name is available, but a domain name is in auction. If I want to buy this domain name, I have to pay 1,80,000 rupees. So this is in auction. So as is in the physical real estate business happen, people buy the premier prime locations and then they resell it in the higher price. So domain buy and sell is also a business on the internet. So people buy small and brandable and easy to remember domain name, and then they sell it on the higher price. So this is the premier on auction. This domain is on the auction. So you can go for. We have already registered arovala.in, so we can see if this domain name is available or not. So you can see that arovala.in is already taken. So they are suggesting for Arowala World. So let's suppose I am going for Arowala World, and you can click on add to cart. So add to cart, and then you can click on continue to cart. So here, once you have registered the domain name, they will ask you to register for the hosting. So you can go for the Linux hosting. Linux hosting, you can go for the starter plan. So again, this plan is different on different website. You can go for one website, 100 GB space, or unlimited website. So according to your budget, you can go. This is the per month. This cost is per month, but you have to pay for the entire year in one go. Then only this cost is applicable. If you will pay for 1 month, then you have to pay this cost. That's 199 or 499 or 599. So this is the 1 month cost. But when you are paying for the 12 months upfront, then you have to pay this amount. So you can register for the hosting space. Let's suppose right now I'm just experimenting. I don't want to invest much amount. So I would like to go for one website. So you can select one website. And then do you want that whatever information is related to your domain, it should be the public or it should be the private? If you want to make it public, then then it's okay. Otherwise, if you want to make it private, then you have to pay this much of amount. Right now, the minimum bare requirement to have a website is domain name, hosting, and one software in which you will create your website. So whatever is not compulsory, we can say that no thanks. Right now we are not ready to buy these things. So here they are asking you to create an email address that matches. So right now you can say that no thanks. You can click on continue to these options. So here you can see this domain name arowalarworld.com is available, and you can go for 1 year or this much. Right now let's suppose I'm going for 1 year, but you are established business, or if you are a like long-term business, always suggested to go for the for higher registration period. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years, you can go for the 5 years or 10 years. Here you can go for the Linux hosting for 12 months. Let's suppose I'm going for only 1 month. It's up to you, but it's always at least 1 month you should go for. And this is the minimum bare requirement. And then you can just simply go to the proceed to the checkout. When you go to the proceed to the checkouts, if you are an existing account, if you have an existing account, you can just use your login ID password. If you are a new users, then you have to enter then you have to create the account. Then you have to create your new account here. So either you can use your existing user ID password, or if you are a new users, you can click on create an account. So there you have to provide the email ID, user ID, password, and support pin. So their account creation is all of you know how to create how to do account creation. You can create account on Godaddy, and you can buy the domain name and hosting. Yes, from Pankaj, Madhura, and Azim. So nice. Yes, you can buy domain name and hosting. Good. And yes, from Kuldeep as well. So right now here I'm concluding the domain part. Let's come back to the PPTs. Here you can go for the domain name. Every domain name have a corresponding IP address. So as a browser, as a user is looking for domain name. User is looking for arowala.in, arowala.com, madhuradaycare.com, or pankajfinancialservices.com, or Kuldeep bloggers.com, whatever. So you are looking for your user is looking for your name. That request will go to the internet service provider. That internet service provider will send this request to the domain name server, and the domain name server will resolve the name. That domain name server will find that, okay, this name is associated with which IP address. This domain name server will return the IP address. And when the IP address will ISP, that internet service provider will get this IP address, and then they will locate the server where the content of this domain is located. So they will connect to that server and request for a particular page, and this server will return the content, and this content will be visible on the user's browser. So this way domain name work, but you need not to go into that technical part. If you are getting, it's all fine. If you are not getting, even it's all fine. No worries about that. So just practically you have to register a domain name, and this is the paid features that if you want a fully owned website, you have to invest at least 99 rupees or at least minimum 1200 to 1500 rupees a year to get started with the full-fledged website. So you have a domain name. This is called www is a third level domain. Its domain name, its top level tld.com, .job, .info, .edu, .org, .net, .gov, .edu. So these are called TLD, top level domain. So if someone has bought, just now we have seen someone already has bought the arovala.com. Even we can buy arovala.in. So big companies like Jio or Airtel, to protect their brand identity, whenever they registered a domain, they registered all the TLDs of that domain. So Jio might have registered Jio.com, Jio.in, all the possible TLDs. That is TLD means this .com, .info, .org. So this they might have registered all the TLDs. For every single registration, you have to pay. If you are not registering, someone else can register your domain, this name. So you can buy, you can use any of the domain registrant. You can just search for the domain name. Just I have shown you how you can register your domain name. And this is the web hosting. We have discussed web hosting is the public computer where you are going, that public computer. So it is the web host or server, and here your domain is linked with that server, and your content of the website is residing here. You are going to save the content of your website on the server, and when a user will request for your page, this server will serve the request. So this is the example of web hosting, and that's why we have selected the Linux web hosting. So here you can go to the hosting in the Godaddy or Big Rock or wherever you are registering. You can see all the options available to you as a hosting. So you can go for the WordPress hosting or pro managed website hosting or virtual private server or dedicated servers, or nowadays cloud servers are very popular. So even you can go for Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud Server. So you can go for these servers, all hosting options available to you. The minimum, like when you are just getting started, so shared hosting is the most popular, and they may fulfill all your requirement of the server. So you can go for simple shared hosting. I'm just removing all these things because I am logged in and it should not got accidentally. So I'm just removing all this from my card. So you can go for any hosting service provider or hosting service plan. The minimum bare requirement is you can go for the shared hosting. And if you are very, very clear about that you want to create a WordPress website, then I would suggest to go for the WordPress hosting. In that case, WordPress hosting is little bit faster than the cPanel hosting. So when you are buying a hosting space, so let's suppose you are buying a hosting space, you can keep this thing in mind. This is buy domain. In the same way, you can keep few things in mind while buying hosting. So for example, first thing, your hosting computer should be 99.9% time up and running. What does it mean? If your hosting server is down, what will happen to your website? If your hosting server is not running, your hosting server is shut down, what will happen to your website? Yeah, your site will not work. Your site will show server error. So your shop will be shut down. So if you have created a website, you want your website to be up and running. So your website can be up and running only and only when your server is up and running. So you will see the previous record. You will see that your hosting must have that quality, that it should be up and running. Uh, and you can go for shared hosting. You may go for different type of hosting, like shared hosting or dedicated hosting, or virtual private machine, or you can go for cloud hosting. You can go for co-located hosting. So these are the different hosting service provider. Even according to the operating system, you can define what should be the operating system of your hosting computer. So it can be Windows hosting, or it can be Linux hosting. Again, hosting service is the paid services. Hosting is the paid feature. You have to pay for the hosting. You have to pay for the hosting, and you can pay monthly, weekly, or monthly or yearly. So whenever you are buying a hosting, you can keep your hosting speed should be very, 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 very fast. Hosting speed should be fast. What does it mean? Fast speed. So fast speed means it will serve your content very fast. If you are requesting for, let's suppose I am requesting for rovala.in. So when I'm opening rovala.in, it should open very fast. My server will be very fast. Then they will serve the request fast. Then the website will open very fast. So your server should be very fast. Your server should be very secure. Secure means your server, no one should be able to edit your content except you. That it should be visible to public, but no one should be able to do the tempering or changes on your web content. You are the one only who can do the changes. So your website must have a very good speed and very secure. And apart from that, your bandwidth should be enough storage should be there. Storage must be there. Enough storage must be there. Storage, like I would request for unlimited storage. Storage means your website, your hosting server must have enough space where you can save images, videos, content, graphics, every single thing. So Azim is asking for, can you give me example of the hosting with website name like Flipkart? Which type of hosting they use? They are using their own hosting server. If you don't have enough money, you are going to buy the hosting space from other places. But if you have enough money, so when you have enough money, you can buy your own machine. Right? So Flipkart and these kind of big companies have their own server, or they have bought the server machines, and they are managing the entire server themselves. They are not dependent on any others, right? But you can increase or decrease the server capacity. You can increase the CPU, you can increase the RAM, you can increase the storage capacity, you can increase the cache memory. So you can increase the resources to make your server very powerful, and you must have an unlimited bandwidth. What is bandwidth? Do you remember any idea what is bandwidth? Uh, so I'm just briefly describing this. You need not to go into the detail. For that, you must have to be server admin guy. If you want to set up all these things, you have to be a server admin guy. But VPN is virtual private machine. Virtual private machine means your machine is with the Godaddy. Godaddy is giving you a minimum bare machine, and you are managing that entire machine yourself. You have a person at your office who is installing operating system on that machine, who is installing software on that machine, who is uploading the files of your website, who is uploading the antivirus on that machine. So it's a machine is dedicated to you, and you are going to manage that entire machine. That is virtual private machine. And co-located machines, when you have multiple server located at different place. So your one server is in US, and one server is in India, one server is in Singapore. So if one server is down, then other server is giving you the services. So that is co-located hosting, right? So this is called virtual private server and co-located. These are the different type of. As you upgrade yourself, you have to go for the higher end. Do you guys remember the big billion day, that the one of the very initial big billion days? So when big billion days was happening, Flipkart server was going down because their capacity was not, they don't have enough capacity to handle multiple. When your server does not have capacity to handle multiple users at the same time, then if your server has capacity to serve 10 users at a time, then the 11th user will get a server error. If your server has capacity to handle 10,000 users, then after 10,000 all users will get server error. So you may remember the big billion day, initial big billion days of Flipkart, or you may remember the IRCTCs, pathetic services of IRCTC. Whenever someone is going for IRCTC, it was not working perfectly, right? So it was IRCTC. So if you have enough bandwidth, then you can manage you can serve multiple users at the same time. So these things you can keep in mind while registering for the domain, while registering for the hosting. So enough for the hosting space, and you have to use GoDaddy or Big Rock or for these kind of services to register your hosting space. So we will show you how you can register your domain name here very briefly. Let me show you. So I have already, let's suppose you have registered your domain name and hosting from GoDaddy. It's a good idea if you are registering your domain name and hosting from the same service provider. It's a good idea. Even if you are buying domain name from GoDaddy and hosting from Bluehost, even you can manage your website. It required one more technical associations. Otherwise, you can manage your website. You can manage your website if you have different domain registrant and different hosting service provider, right? So you can register here. Then you have your own. You must have your user ID and password. You can use your user ID password to log in, and then you can see your my products. So whatever product you will buy from GoDaddy, you can see at one place. Here I have already registered, so that's why its domain name, user ID and password is already there. Otherwise, you have to go and register separately, create account, register account, and then you can use sign in. right? This is the Godaddy interface. Here you can see that these are the products I have bought from the Godaddy. So whatever product you will buy, if you are buying only domain, then you can see only domain. If you are buying domain and hosting, you can see only domain and hosting. So if you are buying domain host only, if you are buying only managed WordPress hosting, so you will see only managed WordPress hosting. So whatever product you will buy from Godaddy, all will be listed here. So once you have all the domain name will be listed here, you can see that all these are the domain name available to you when they are going to expire, and you can see the hosting details. So it's a Linux deluxe Linux hosting with cPanel. So for the first time, when you are registering your domain when you are registering the hosting for the first time, then you have to configure the hosting. It's a very easy process. You can just provide a domain name and cPanel user ID password, and you are ready to host you are ready to manage your cPanel, right? So if it is becoming little bit technical, no worries about that. It's one time process, and you can refer to this video again, and you can set up yourself, or you can take help from me anytime in the future. No worries about that. So when you are registering a domain, at least 3 to 4 user ID, you have to keep all this in mind. At least 3 to 4 user ID. First user ID of Godaddy, second user ID for the cPanel, third user ID for the FTP, and fourth user ID for the WordPress. You have to set up 4 user ID and password. First user ID to see all the products of Godaddy account. Second user ID password to access your hosting computer with the cPanel. Third user ID, within that hosting panel, if you have so much of domain, within one hosting you have so much of domain, for each domain you can have a separate FTP, to file transfer protocol, to upload and download the files. So for each domain name you can have a separate FTP user ID password, and for each website you have a separate WordPress user ID and password, right? So here, if you have to install, first you have to configure. This is one-time job. You have to provide the domain name, user ID and password, and you can set up the hosting, and it will take 2 minutes time to set up the hosting. After that, every time you have to just manage it. So here you can click on manage, and you can see the access of, you can have access of the cPanel. cPanel is the control panel where you are accessing the server computer. Server computer is where you have saved content of your entire website. So this is the cPanel access. This is the cPanel access. Here you can see the CPU usage or memory usage or entry process. So here you can see all the, so here you can see the disk space or file usage. So this is the server computer access, your IP address. Here you can see the IP address. Here you can see the directory structure. This is the applications you can use. These are the file manager. These are the preferences, and these are the databases. These are the web applications, WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, or you can click on view more to see more web applications, or you can add more domain, add domain, as many domain. If you have a multiple cPanel, so you can add multiple domain. So you can see the matrices here, you can see the security features here, you can see the application software here, you can see some advanced things, you can manage your email. This is just I'm just giving you a very brief, but you can explore yourself. Here you can click on add-on domain to add more domain. So here just you can provide the domain name, domain name, and if you want to create a FTP user ID password, FTP user ID password, retype the password. So here you can add multiple domain in the same server. If you have bought that plan, then only. If you have bought one domain plan, so you can add only one domain. If you have unlimited domain plan, you can add multiple domain. So here you can see the file managers. File manager means how you can download, you can upload new file, you can download file, you can delete file, you can restore, you can rename, you can edit in the editor, you can edit in the HTML editors. So here you can see the all the files. This is the root file, public underscore HTML is the root file. So here you can see all the within that public underscore Bhavana Bharadwaj, digital marketing freelancing, digital marketing jobs, Moksha Tarot, MS computers, Coursesn systems, Coursesn process. So these are the domain name I have registered, and each domain has created a separate folder, and within that folder you can see all the files of that domain. So if I have opened parishritparashar.com, all the files of Parishrit Parashar you can see in this folder. If I am opening bhavanabharadwaj.com, so all the files related to Bhavana Bharadwaj you can see here. So here you can just download and upload. If you select anything, you can just move, download, upload, that can happen. So this is brief introduction of file manager. All of you are here. Is it getting more technical, or is it okay? Okay, nice. So here you can add more domain and file managers. Here you can see the applications. Using that application you can create your own website. So these are the popular applications you can use. So for the community building applications or content management applications, so most popular application is Wordpress. You can use Wordpress to create your website. So you can simply click on Wordpress. And if you want to have an e-commerce website, you can have an e-commerce e-commerce applications. So Magento is e-commerce applications. So these are the e-commerce applications. These are the photos and file applications. You can have apps for the surveys and stats. These are the miscellaneous applications. So WordPress is very popular. So one click, all the hosting, most of the hosting service provider will give you one click installations. So you can click on Wordpress. You can click on Wordpress. You can click on install this application. So they will ask you where you want to install these applications. So if you have already added the domain, this domain name will appear in the drop down menu here. So you can select the domain where you want to install this application. So let's suppose you want to install it in the Arovala or Parishrit systems, or wherever you want to install it, you can select the domain name. So let's suppose I want to install it in the Parishrit systems. So here you want to decide whether you want to register it in, install it in the root directory. Root directory is your parishritsystems.com, or you want to install it in the section of the directory, that is blog. So let's suppose I want to register in the root directory. So here you can just go for Parishrit systems. Here all the settings you will remain default setting. You can keep the default setting of version, language, and you have to accept the terms and conditions, and you have to see the security features, authentications, or mobile like how WordPress plugins, software updates. So for now you can keep all these things default, because you can change it in any time in the future. So while installing you can keep all these things default. Here you have to provide three more things: user ID, password, and email ID. So this is the fourth user ID password you have to remember. What are the four user ID password you have to keep to manage your website? What are the four 4 different user ID password you should have while managing your website? Any idea what are those 4 user ID password you must have to manage your website, or you have a 100% access of your website? cPanel, yes. cPanel admin, hosting. cPanel, first is the Godaddy, where you have registered your domain and hosting. Second is your cPanel. Third is your FTP, and fourth is your application. So this is the application user ID password. Madhura, right? Very nice. Thank you. So Kuldeep has asked. Kuldeep, Pankaj, all have answered well. And where is Azim? Azim is not answering. Is Azim, are you there? I hope you are there and you must be getting what we are discussing. And if you have any questions, you can ask me questions. So yes, you must have GoDaddy account access. You must have server cPanel access. You must have FTP access. You must have application access. If you want 100% control, if you are working with any company, according to your role, according to your responsibilities, you may have different kind of access. You may have FTP access, you may have WordPress access, you may have cPanel access, you may have entire account access. So it also depends. So here you will provide the user ID password for the WordPress. Let's suppose user ID password is user ID I am creating, it's Coursesn Systems Private Limited. So let's suppose my user ID is PSPL. PSPL password is anything. Let's suppose password is welcome@123. You have to repeat the password. So here you can give the title. Here, if you want to change the title, you can change it. If you don't want to change, you can change it later as well. So let's suppose title is Parishkrit Systems Private Limited. Tagline, you can change this user ID password anytime, no worries about that. Whatever user ID password and site title and site tagline you want to give, you can give. So Coursesn Systems are a human plus company, human well-being, or might be human well-being companies. So you can restrict your login attempt, or you can manage multiple sites. If you want to have advanced database management, you can go for the database management yourself. Otherwise, right now I'm going for the automatic database management, will be managed by WordPress itself. After doing this, you can click on install. So you can click on install here. I have already installed WordPress on this website, so I'm not sure whether yeah, it's asking you that you have chosen to install into the directory where existing content. Do you wish to install this directory? Click OK button, or you can cancel, change the path. Right now, PSPL Coursesn Systems already have WordPress installed, but you understand how you can install the WordPress, right? All of you, how many of you can install WordPress? Any of you can install WordPress yourself? Yes, Pankaj can install, Kuldeep can install. Yes, nice. Thank you, Kuldeep. So right now I'm not installing it because the WordPress is already there. Right now I'm going to cancel it, but you understand how to install it. Yeah, Madhura can also do, Azim can also do. I'm so happy that all of you can do. So once you click on install, right now I'm canceling it, but so here you can see that how your how after installations how it will appear. So it's going to appear here. Here you can see the your website, your admin panel access, and it's the support. So let's suppose your website is Coursesn Systems. So you can click on parishkisystems.com. This is for your end users. So whatever you are seeing here, this is parishkisystems.com. This domain name you are going to share with your end users. This is for your end users. And whatever you are seeing here, this is the file manager. I'm going to close it. It's parishkisystems.com/wp-admin. This link is for the background management. This is the front and this is the background. This is the background. So you must have parishkisystems.com/wp-admin. So this will be your user ID password. Here you have to enter the user ID password. parishkisystems.com/wp-login or wp-admin, where you will change the content of the website, and simple Parishki Systems is the front end which you are going to share with the friend and families and Facebook and WhatsApp. So as anyone should not able to change the content, so it's password protected. Here you have to provide the password. So right now I don't remember the password, so I'm going to edit it and reset the password. I will reset the password for now so that I can show you something how to do the changes. So here you can see that I'm going to edit it as the title and language and admin user, admin password. Let's suppose I'm using the password of so I have given the password and now I'm going to save it. So save it, and I will use the same user ID and password to log in into the account. So the user ID is PSPL. So user ID is, I'm going to log in parishkisystems.com/wp admin or WP login. So PSPL, and password I have just entered is, so here you can click on login. Oh, password is not working. Why so? So let's change the password one more time. SPL, and here you should enter the password. Let me see if I'm able to log in. No, it's invalid password. So you have to reset the password. I think there is a problem in internet. So all of you are able to hear me. If internet got bad, so you may not be able to hear me. All of you are here and able to hear me, right? Yes, yes, nice, thank you. So here I'm just resetting the password again. So let me see, it's PSPL, and now the save changes. I have saved all. Let me try one more time. SPL, and so it's, so now let me see if, okay, I don't know why it's happening, but you have to enter the right user ID password, then only you will be able to log in. somehow it might not be saving it. Admin is not working because here admin name I have given the different admin name. It might not be saving it correctly because it's still not able to save it. Admin, you can, most of the time people keep it admin, but it's not good idea to keep it admin because it's anyone can guess it. So anyways, I will show you from another system. I'm trying it one more time if it will log in, otherwise I will show you from the another account. PSPL, and it should be 500 CR@2020. So it's not working, no worries, I will show you from the another account. So all of you understand, you can change the password. Let me show you from another account. So another account is, let's suppose, digitalmarketingc.com, or this is one of the website, digitalmarketingc.com. That I can show you. There is another website called arovala.in, and we can see the user ID password of here, and it's already logged in. So when you enter wp-admin, so here you can see the interface. This is WordPress. When you will provide correct user ID password here, if you will provide correct user ID password, you will enter here. This is the WordPress dashboard, which you have to master. To manage your WordPress website, you have to master this WordPress interface. So here, this we are going to discuss in the next session. Right now, I think most of you are not ready to invest for domain name and hosting. So for the today's session, you have to create a free WordPress website. This is the self-hosted WordPress dashboard. So this is the self-hosted. I would like to show you how to get started with the free one. So would you like to create a free website right now? Would you like to create a free website right now? Yes, if you want to create a free website, you can simply go to the Google. You can go to the Google, and right now we are going to create a free website on WordPress. So here you can go to the Google and search for WordPress, right? And you can open wordpress.com, this wordpress.com or this wordpress.com. You may see a little bit of differences, but it's okay. You have to use your common sense. Whatever options are appearing, you have to take the decision according to the available options. So right now I'm clicking on this, this one, or you can click on any one, but whatever you will click, whether you are clicking here or you are clicking here, you may see a little bit of different interface. But ultimately they will help you to create the free website. Only the sequence of the appearance may change, but whatever it's appearing, you can use your common sense to take the decision. So let's suppose you are clicking here, and in the next session we will see the advanced. We will see the how to manage this dashboard. Right now we are going to create the free one. So here you can click on WordPress website where you are going to create a free website, and WordPress.org where you are going to install the WordPress software for the server. So we have to create the free website, so we will click on get started. And they will ask you that what kind of website you want to create, a list of latest post or welcome page of my website, a grid of latest post. So these steps may vary from, like, they may vary for you. So let's suppose I want to have this grid of my latest post. So this is the grid of my latest post. So according to that selection, they are giving you options to select the theme. This is WordPress theme. So theme is the backbone of your website. Theme is the look and feel of your website. Theme is the main, most important part of your WordPress website. So according to your choice, you can select the right theme. So let's suppose I am going to select the one theme. Let's suppose I'm selecting this particular theme. I click on pick. So now enter your domain name. So you are not going, as you are not going to pay, you will not have your own domain name. You will have a subdomain name. So your domain name .wordpress.com. That kind of domain name will available to you. So Madhura, can I take your example to create a domain name? So I'm creating a daycare website. Let's suppose daycare Pune. Daycare Pune. So daycare Pune. Let's suppose keyword only daycare we can check. Daycare dot no, daycare is not available. So daycare Pune. You have to go for only this free one. Otherwise, on all.blog.com.blog, for all these options you have to pay. So all these are the premium. So in the free one only, .wordpress.com. Any domain name with WordPress.com will be available. So you can right now we are going to register daycarepune.wordpress.com. Click on select. Nice, thank you, Madhura. So here, so many options are available. Right now, we are going for the free options. So you can click on start with free. So now done, you can click on continue. So this is your domain name, which you are going to share with all. daycarepune.wordpress.com. As you haven't paid for the domain name, that's why you are using subdomain of the WordPress. So daycare Pune is your subdomain. Main domain is wordpress.com. And as you are not paying for the hosting, you are using hosting of the wordpress.com. WordPress will give you 3 GB of hosting space free of cost. Out of those 3 GB, 1 GB you can use for the media, for images, graphic, videos, and audios. And entire 3 GB space WordPress will give you. So many in free WordPress you have some limitations, and in the self-hosted WordPress you have less limitations. So here, this is your front end. This you have to customize. Here you have to enter all the user ID and passwords, and here you are going to have this entire thing. So this website is for your end users, which you are going to share with all. And if you will enter /wp-admin, then you will enter into your dashboard. This is your dashboard. So here you can go to the appearance and you can change your theme. You can customize your theme. You can add widgets like header widgets, footer, or sidebars. You can manage your menus. You can manage your mobile versions. AMP is accelerated mobile page, and you can manage your mobile appearance from here. So the theme is the common area management. Whatever changes you will do here, that is going to reflect on entire website. So theme is the common area management. So here you can go to the theme, and if you want to change, wherever you are seeing the customized option, this is your current theme. This is the rolling is your current theme. Where you are seeing the activate means this theme is presently on your server, you can activate and use it. Wherever you are seeing purchase, this is the premium theme. Wherever you are seeing the install, so you have to install it, then you have to activate it, then you have to use it. So after you can search the theme here, you can see the difference. This is the interface of free interface, and this is the interface of self-hosted, aro wala self-hosted. Here you can go to the appearance and click on theme. There one more option will appear, add theme. You can see the add new options are here. This add new options is not available in the free one. You have to only choose from the existing. So either you can customize from here or you can customize from here. You can click on customize, and then you can customize yourself. So here you can customize the site title. So it's Madhura Daycare Center in Pune. Whatever, if you want to change, anytime you can change it. Best play, home away from home, home AWAY away from home. So you can see the changes here. You can upload the logo. You can use so many online logo makers. You can change the site icon. This is called site icon. So you might have seen some site icons. Whenever you open a website, some image appears here. That is called site icons. So footer credit is this one. So you can go to the end of the website, and here credit free website wordpress.com. You can change the footer credit, as we are using the free versions. So you can't remove it. You can just change it. So right now I'm changing it to the WordPress logo, and it's changed to the WordPress logo. If any changes, you can click on save and publish. So after saving and publishing, you will see the changes here. daycarepune.wordpress.com. Here Madhura Daycare Centers Pune, a home away from home, and you have changed this one here. So this way you are going to customize all these things. You will customize color backgrounds, you will customize font size, font for header footer. So you have only limitations. Whatever customization options these website has given you, whatever customization option these theme has given you, only you can customize that without coding. If you don't know PHP, you can't customize further. So you can only customize whatever customization options this theme has given you. So you can add widgets, search widgets. Here you can change this. Right now it's the latest post. You can change a static post. So here you will customize your website. After customizing, you can go to the pages. You can create few pages. So right now 2 pages are there, about us and contact us. You can create one more page. So you can click on add new. Either you can click on add new from here or here. Let's suppose daycare center at Pune. Yes, if you know PHP, you can customize it, but you can't customize the free website. If you want to customize, you can go to the appearance and you will see an editor option. There you can customize. Kuldeep, for that you must have a self-hosted website. So Arowala is a self-hosted website. If you know PHP coding, you can go to the appearance. You can see the editor. You can click on the editor, and you can see all the PHP file here. So here you can see footer.php, header.php, home.php, index.php, category.php, comment.php. So all the PHP files are there where you can do the customizations. But these options are not available to you when you have a free website. Right? So let's create one page, and I want you to create at least 5 such pages. So here you are going to create for play group daycare or something like that. Here you can write the content uh, for best play school in Pune with facilities. Here you want to give the numbering, so CCTV and pick and drop facilities, or lunch and dinner, whatever. If you want to add images, you can click on add media. Either you can select media from your system, or you can select media from the existing media file. So you can select from your system. So here you can select the images. So I'm not sure if, let's suppose we are using this image. So you can choose this image. Here you can do the image optimizations. We can repeat. We are going to repeat this in the SEO session as well. So it's nest play school. So you can optimize. You will provide relevant keywords here to optimize the image. Make sure to place the relevant keyword in the title, captions, alt and description, and your image file name should be relevant. Right now the file name is img12 whatever, so image file name should be relevant as well. So insert into the page, you can edit it or make it centralized. So this way you are adding the images. If you want to add the contact, let's suppose you want to add, so if you want to add a link, contact us for admission. So if you want to add the link, you can click on select text and link here, and here either you can place the link here, or you can just select from the existing link. So contact us page is there, add link. So that way you can link the ad. You can add the link. If you want to add videos, you can select here. You can click on add videos. So you can click on add videos. You can select videos from the YouTube as well. So you are searching videos of daycare. You can select the videos. So let's suppose I'm selecting videos. This video, you can click on insert. So you can simply insert the videos here. So we have added the images, we have added the links, we have added the videos. In the same way, you can add form. You can add, right now I'm showing every single thing on the one page, but you can apply all these things on all the pages. So here you can, all these options are there: bold, italic, or number, or quotations. If you are writing something in the quotation, home, away from home, so you can just write it in the quotation. So this is the quotation. Here in the same way, if you want to add a form, you can click on add contact form. So here you can design your contact form. You can add new field. You can give the name of that field. Name of the field is, let's suppose, contact us. So contact number. So you can click on required or not, and then save this field. You can move this field wherever you want. This way you can design your form, and then you can place the email notifications. So here you can place the email notifications. Whatever email you want to, make sure your email should be correct. Subject line. So when you receive a mail, what should be the subject line? You can go back to the form builder. Once you are happy with the design, you can click on add to the my post. So that way you have added the form. So we have added so many things. Now you can, if you want, so if you want to make it as a heading of the page, so you can click here and make it head 1. If you want to centralize it, you can make it center. So that way you can add many things, and once you are happy, you can see the preview, how your page is appearing. So you can see the preview. If you are happy with the preview, you can click here, come back to the page, and click on publish. So this way you can create the pages. More we are going to discuss in the next session. In the next session we will finish the WordPress. So for today, is it fair enough? That way you are going to create more pages. I would request to explore all these options. I will request all of you to explore all these options, and once you are comfortable in these options, you can have a self-hosted website, and where you will explore all these options like plugins and advanced feature I will discuss in the next session. So is it okay for the day? Yes, very nice. Kuldeep has already done it. Are you guys going to practice it in this week? Yes, Azim is going to practice it. Okay, so tell me in terms of percentage, that how much percentage you are confident that in the next session you will have at least 3-4 page website, 3-4 page WordPress website. How much percentage you are confident? 10%, 20%, 50%, 80%, 90%, 100%. But how much confident you are that in the next session you are going to come with your at least a rough website, 4-5 page website. Madhura is saying 80%, Pankaj is saying 80%, Kuldeep is saying 100%. Nice, thank you so much. And Azim? Azim is also 90%. I'm so happy that you got at least, I have gone through a little bit faster, even you have received 80 to 90% of the content. So I'm looking forward to see your website in the next session. Free website in the next session. Free WordPress website in the next session. That is yourwebsite.wordpress.com, kuldeep.wordpress.com, or azim.wordpress.com, or pankaj.wordpress.com, or madhura.wordpress.com. So this kind of website must be ready in the next session. Then we will discuss the advanced option of WordPress. Okay, nice. Fair enough for the day. Let's wind up the session today, and we will see in the next session. If you have any questions, you can share your question on WhatsApp. For recorded videos, you have to connect with the Macinturn. Connect with Macinturn for the recorded videos. And you can note down my WhatsApp number. If you have any question concern, you can share your question on my WhatsApp. 9990152505. 9990152505. You can WhatsApp me if you have any question. Right? Okay. Nice. Going to wind up the session. Good night. Good night. Good night. Okay. Its number is 9990. It's 9990990152505. 99901525505. Is it okay? Okay. Nice. Bye. Good night. See you in the next session. Good night.